When Donald Trump entered the political arena, he was not just a politician. He was a businessman, stepping into government. He promised to run a country the way he ran his multi-billion empire, with speed, pragmatism, and a focus on results, rather than bureaucracy. His style was unconventional, sometimes controversial, but undeniably direct. He brought private sector decisiveness into private governance. I was talking about the first part, the Trump era. Fast forward here, 2025, we see his effectivity. Here in the Philippines, a parallel question arises. Can we replicate that same private sector-driven leadership in President Ramon Ang or RSA, the visionary leader of San Miguel Corporation? Mr. Ang has developed and built a reputation of transforming ideas into reality. Infrastructure, energy, food, and logistics. His projects has touched and products have touched millions of lives, much like Trump's. His approach is pragmatic and direct. He identifies a need, creates a solution, and executes with precision. Consider his infrastructure ventures. The Skyway, expressways, and airport projects are not mere concepts debated endlessly in committee rooms. They are physical realities, built with speed, precision, and the resources of a corporation that knows how to get things done. This is private sector thinking, applied to national needs. Instead of drowning in red tape, RSA cuts through it with practical, results-driven execution. Much like Trump, who has saved trillions of dollars for the US. This raises an important point. Private sector leaders are accustomed to accountability. In business, every peso is measured against performance. Decisions are tied to outcomes, not political favors. Compare this with government, where delays, inefficiency, and corruption often stall. Even the simplest projects, the private sector, led by people like Ang, demonstrates that solutions can be faster, cleaner, and more impactful when guided by pragmatism. Just imagine the meeting he had when it comes to flooding. He identified the problem. And with him, we can truly replicate President Trump's model into a President Ramon Ang. The similarities are clear. Both men think in terms of scale. Both believe in big projects and bold visions. Both are unafraid of criticism, focusing on what gets built, what gets delivered, and what benefits the public. This is something that we need in our country. The difference lies in style. Trump thrives on confrontation and showmanship, often using political theater as a tool. Ang, on the other hand, is more understated. His leadership is quieter, but equally powerful, measured not in sound bites, but in the expressways people drive every day, the factories that create jobs, the energy grids that power our homes. If Trump's model was disruption, Ang's model is construction. Both stem from the same root, private sector pragmatism. And that is what the Philippines need. The lesson is clear. When private sector principles enter governance, project gets built, results get measured, and people feel the difference. Whether in the United States under Trump or potentially in the Philippines under Ramon Ang. The message is the same. Practical, direct, business-minded solutions cut through bureaucracy and deliver progress. All I can say is that Trump and Ang side by side, with pragmatism action, results can actually be seen. So we can replicate President Trump into President Ramon Ang. The answer to that question is not about personality, it is about approach. And the private sector approach, pragmatic, direct, and accountable, may very well be the leadership, the style, that the Philippines needs. Thank you.